Have you ever stopped to think about how truly valuable things get shipped? I mean, really valuable or delicate or maybe even uh, dangerous stuff. We usually focus on the what, right? But the how, well, when the stakes are high, that's a whole different story. It's often this invisible journey.
Yeah, it really is.
So today we're going deep into specialized packaging. And, this isn't just about putting things in boxes. It's more like a craft, really. Highly engineered, where safety and making sure things work afterwards are absolutely everything.
Exactly. And what's so interesting, I think, is how it turns shipping from just moving something, A to B into a kind of bespoke engineering challenge.
Yeah.
You're essentially creating a perfect little temporary world for that item, something that could be destroyed or stop working or even cause harm if you don't get it absolutely right.
A temporary world. I like that.
That shift from just a container to a totally tailored protective bubble. That's what we're exploring today.
Right. And for this deep dive, we're looking at sources detailing how SMA Worldwide tackles this. Our mission really is to sort of peek behind the curtain, see the intense care, the engineering smarts, and all the rules you have to follow to protect everything from priceless art to hazardous materials, even super sensitive scientific gear.
Mhm.
We think you'll have a bit of an aha moment about this often overlooked industry that actually makes sure critical things arrive safe and sound.
It underpins so much, doesn't it?
It really does. So let's start with the basics, the why. Why do we even need specialized packaging? I mean, in today's global market, getting delicate, valuable, or hazardous stuff moved safely.
Right.
It's not just logistics, it's, as you said, a craft. It's about protecting what matters.
It really underscores that one size fits all just doesn't work when things get serious. Whether it's a tiny microchip or, a huge chemical drum, how it travels is just as important as what it is.
Mm.
And often these things don't just need protection from the outside world, but careful management of their own internal risks too.
That's a really good point. Which leads us straight into maybe the trickiest area. Dangerous goods, stuff that needs really precise handling, like lithium batteries in everything now. Phones, EVs, everywhere.
Absolutely everywhere.
But they come with some pretty serious shipping risks, don't they? How do you even manage that?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? How do you transport something that could potentially short circuit or go into thermal runaway?
Thermal runaway. That sounds bad.
It is. It's basically an uncontrolled self-heating fire, essentially. It
Right.
can lead to explosions. So the solution isn't just any old box. It's got to be UN-certified packaging,
Yeah.
often fire-resistant, and custom designs that aren't just about containing a fire if it happens, but actually preventing it from spreading from one battery cell to the next. That's tricky engineering,
Wow.
given how much energy is packed in there.
Yeah.
And then there's compliance. You absolutely have to meet all the rules, IATA for air, ADR for road, UK regs.
Right.
Non-negotiable.
Okay, so containing the risk, but also stopping it spreading. Got it. What about dry ice? Seems simple enough, right? Keep things cold. Great for food, medical samples.
It is great for keeping things cold, but it has its own subtle dangers.
Like what?
The main issue is the gas it gives off, carbon dioxide.
Mm.
As dry ice turns from solid to gas, which we call sublimation, it expands a lot. In a sealed box, that pressure can build up dangerously. It could even burst the package.
Oh, right.
And in a small space, Cork can push out the oxygen. So the fix is specially ventilated packaging, lets the gas escape safely. Plus, you need good insulated containers for temperature stability and really clear paperwork and handling know-how. It's about managing that gas release.
Keeping it cold while letting it breathe, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fascinating. So much thought for something seemingly simple. But let's shift gears. What about things that aren't dangerous, but just irreplaceable? I'm thinking about art, antiques, stuff from galleries, collectors, immensely valuable, often unique.
Yeah, that requires a whole different kind of protection. It's a mix of physical safeguarding and almost surgical environmental control. We're talking custom-built wooden crates, often with really sophisticated shock-absorbing cushions inside, designed to soak up bucks before they even reach the object.
Okay.
And crucially, climate control. Managing humidity, extreme heat, or cold. These things can wreck delicate materials, cause cracking, warping, fading.
Things you can't undo.
Exactly. And all this is combined with what they call white glove handling. Minimal touching, maximum care from pickup to delivery, whether it's for a big museum or a private individual.
Preserving the item and its history, in a way.
Precisely. Both its physical state and its context.
Now, this next category, scientific equipment. This sounds incredibly complex to me. It's not just getting, say, a microscope there in one piece, right? It has to work. perfectly.
You got it. You can't just, shake up sensitive lab gear and hope for the best.
Huh? No kidding.
So the solutions here are incredibly specific because function is everything. Think about packaging with vibration dampening, not just padding, but systems designed to cancel out specific frequencies that could knock tiny, precise optics out of alignment, which would basically ruin the instrument.
So it's about stopping the shakes, literally.
Yes. And for medical devices, sometimes sterile handling is crucial, packing in clean environments to avoid any contamination. For heavier machinery, you need reinforced crates, secure strapping, making sure nothing shifts even slightly internally. Expert teams look at every single component, figure out its weaknesses, and then build the perfect protective strategy around it.
That is meticulous. So, okay, we've seen these different challenges, dangerous goods, priceless items, precision instruments. How does a company like SMA Worldwide actually pull all this together? It sounds like you need a seamless end-to-end process.
That's exactly what it is. It has to be. Their model starts right from the beginning. First, assessment. Understanding the cargo completely peak, its weak points, its needs, the rules around it.
Right.
Then, bespoke packaging, engineered precisely for that specific item. Regulatory compliance is woven through everything, making sure it's legal and safe everywhere it goes. UN rules, IAD for air, ADR for road, IMDG for sea freight.
Gotcha. Sea freight too.
Yep. Then secure handling by trained teams who know exactly what they're doing, followed by efficient transport with trusted partners to get it there on time. And finally, real-time tracking, so you always know where your critical shipment is. Gives peace of mind.
That whole chain sounds like it must be built on, well, really solid quality control and deep expertise. How do they keep that standard up across so many different tricky shipments?
Quality assurance is like the absolute foundation. It has to be. That means things like regular audits of their packaging methods, strict reviews of their processes, making sure everything is consistently top-notch. And holding those dangerous goods certifications, IAD, ADR, IMDG, isn't just a badge. It shows they have the deep knowledge to handle complex international rules. Plus, constant staff training. That's vital to stay ahead of changing regulations and, new packaging technologies or materials.
Right. Things are always evolving. Let's make this really concrete. Can you give us some examples? Like that tech firm shipping lithium batteries overseas by air. High risk.
Definitely high risk. So the solution wasn't just an off-the-shelf box. It was custom UN-certified packaging designed for their specific batteries.
Yeah.
The result, delivery on time, 0 incidents, which for a tech company's supply chain is absolutely crucial. No room for error.
No kidding. Okay, or what about that 17th century painting going to an exhibition? Fragile, sensitive to humidity, big challenges there.
Huge challenges. So for that, they use a specially designed climate-controlled wooden crate, plus that white glove service we mentioned. The crate basically created a stable little microclimate inside, protecting it not just from bumps, but also from any damaging changes in temperature or moisture.
So it arrived. Perfect.
Flawless. Ready to hang straight away. No need for acclimatization or expensive restoration work.
That's impressive. And one more, those sensitive medical devices for a research lab, where contamination is as bad as breakage.
Right. The key there was sterile packaging, sometimes packed in controlled, clean environments, and very careful tracking, ensuring the chain of custody was unbroken. The result was the equipment arrived totally safe, totally pristine, just as it left the factory. So the research could start immediately, no delays, no wasted resources.
It really hammers home that specialized packaging isn't just, putting something in a box. It's this massive responsibility, a real craft, like we said, focused on maximum protection, making sure everything's legal, and delivering, well, peace of mind for really critical stuff.
It absolutely is. And it highlights all this hidden expertise that makes our modern world function, doesn't it? It makes you think how many other industries are out there quietly perfecting their own essential crafts, making sure all the critical parts, the precious things, the delicate instruments we rely on just arrive exactly as they need to. There's so much invisible skill ensuring everything lands right, building the foundation for everything we often take for granted. Innovation, daily life, it all depends on things getting there safely.